Today, I want to begin our meditation with a story that inspired the meditation. And this is a really great story, so take a few moments to just listen and notice the different parts that stick out for you, as we will be bringing those parts into the meditation practice with us. This story is a Zen Parable called The Strawberry. One day, while walking through the wilderness, a woman came across a fierce tiger. She ran for her life, and the tiger gave chase. The woman came to the edge of the cliff, and the tiger was almost upon her. Seeing no other options, she grabbed onto the vine growing on the edge of the cliff and climbed down. Halfway down the cliff, the woman looked up and saw the tiger at the top growling and baring its teeth. She looked down and saw more tigers at the bottom roaring while they waited for her to fall. She could see two mice, one white and one black, on the vine above her, as if she didn't have enough to worry about. The mice started gnawing on the vine. She knew that the mice would soon gnaw through the vine to the point where the vine could no longer support her. It would break and she would fall. She tried shooing them away, but they kept coming back. Just at that moment, she noticed a strawberry growing on the face of the cliff, not far away from where she was. It looked plump and ripe and very juicy. Holding on to the vine with one hand and reaching out with the other, she picked it. With the tiger above and another below and two mice continuing to gnaw on the vine, the woman tasted the strawberry and found it to be absolutely delectable. In fact, she had never tasted such a delicious fruit. So we're going to take a few moments to just think about that story. And as we bring that story and the idea around being content, no matter what's taking place in our life, to our practice, I want you to allow yourself to just be present and start practicing. No matter what's on your mind or what's going on after this practice, I want you to allow that to stay where it is and just come back to your sense of self. Come back to the strawberry and see if you can find contentment amongst the worries, the anxieties, the rage, anything else that might be taking place within your emotions or outside in your world. All right, so let's begin contentment meditation. In this moment, connect to your body, just dropping inward, noticing your feet, legs, the sits bone, arms, shoulders, fingertips. Noticing your neck, your head, and your face. Take in a nice breath and feel as though that your first breath can just enter your body as it is without any need to force it. And notice any thoughts that might be coming to mind, and just allow for those thoughts to roam without your need to change the shape of those thoughts or adjust them. These thoughts are similar to the mice gnawing on the vine. Maybe take a breath and breathe in and just come back to center, noticing how you feel in your heart, noticing how your body feels, and noticing how your breath feels. Next, notice any judgments that might be taking place, whether it be about this practice or anything else. And I want you to connect to your fingertips, maybe even placing your fingertips together. Focus on the sensation of your fingertips and your hands. And see if you can find contentment in this moment by not seeking anything else, but just feeling your fingers, maybe even embracing the sense of touch just as it is, knowing that you are alive and here in this present moment. You might find that sometimes your thoughts are arguing with you about being present, or that there's critical thoughts that may come to mind at different times in your day. For now, you can allow these thoughts to be present, but do your best to just not engage with them. Bring more of your attention to your fingertips into the present moment. And do so with this sense of self-respect. Respecting yourself and honoring the ability to be present, as this is part of living life and being a human being, living in the present moment. Your answer lies not in these thoughts, but in finding peace in this present moment. Next, if you like, you can take a hand and place it on your heart and just notice the emotions that might be around some of these thoughts. Sometimes our emotions get connected to our thoughts in such a way in which we begin to associate an emotion with a series of stories and thoughts. In this moment, come back to the emotions and just take a breath in. And as you exhale, notice that your thoughts do not have the power to control your emotions, and that your emotions do not have the power to control you. I invite you to think of these emotions like the lion and also the mice. Maybe assigning different lions and mice to the different emotions will help you to take that step back and just observe the different sizes and shapes, and allow the lions to rage as loud as they want and the mice to gnaw and create whatever kind of mess that they want. Just allow for the mice and the lions to just be and continue to just observe, remaining anchored here in the present moment. Give the voices of these lions and mice the ability to be heard, but you remain true to your authentic self all the while by simply just listening and allowing yourself to be present. No fixing, not stopping the lions from roaring or the mice from gnawing, just choosing to place your focus on your strawberry. And see if you can find a moment to search for that strawberry within or around you, or maybe even a thought that comes to mind or a memory that generates that feeling of contentment for you. Feelings possibly that also include joy and confidence, things that can come even from gratitude. And in this moment, see if you can bring that into the space as well, allowing that to be just as loud as the lions and the mice. Continue to be here without judgment, no matter how much these voices rage. Connect your fingertips once again, all the more. You have the ability to observe and shift your focus, coming back to your present sense of self, engaging what helps you feel content and what generates positive feelings for you. It helps that as these judgments possibly continue to come into your space and into your mind, that maybe you label them, and label them a little bit with a sense of humor. Oh, that's just ego. Oh, you're just doubt. I'm not you, but I respect and allow for your voice to be present. I know who I am. Thank you for voicing your concerns. That's great. I am me, and I give myself peace. I give myself grace. It's okay to show up just as I am. I did my best. But thank you for your perspective and concern. And see what that feels like for you. It could potentially draw up other feelings such as courage and bravery. Notice your voice from within, the authentic voice that comes from within your heart, and shift your focus through that intention back into your hands, back into the present sense of self, sitting a little tall in your seat of power as you start to notice the difference between the lions and the mice and yourself. Not stopping anything, but allowing with grace and love and compassion. And last, you may notice that sometimes reoccurring thoughts from your past continue to rise up, and that these can be some of the most harsh and judgmental. In this moment, take a step back and say to yourself, I respect all versions of my younger self that has helped to get me this far. And breathe. And you can say to all these versions of yourself, and maybe bringing them into your mind, these are not just versions from when you were a child, but any version, even from 5 minutes ago, that you know was present before. And see if you can say to yourself, you have a beautiful soul. And really imagine yourself saying that to yourself, and truly believing that, and noticing what that feels like for yourself to recognize that you have a beautiful soul. I respect you. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. I see you. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. I understand you. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. I hear you. And then let your hands go as you open up the palms and let things be just as they are. Imagine yourself eating the strawberry. Breathe in and smile. Imagining what that feels like, tastes like. In the midst of the storm, what it's like to relax your arms and give yourself permission to be content and be okay just as you are, the courageous being that you are. thank you so much for joining me today. Give yourself a big self hug. I hope you're able to find a sense of contentment within and know that you are enough as you are. There are times that we do try to improve ourselves and our lives, and then there are times that we accept ourselves as well. I think there has to be a balance, and accepting yourself is far more productive and gives you a great sense of love and compassion that you can generate and use for some of those other things. So, and share with others, right? So I thank you for showing up and doing your best today. Take care and have a great one. Namaste. Thank you.